Klarna said it. A major bank said it. A carmaker said it because of AI. Layoff after layoff blamed on the robot. But look closely at what actually happened at some of these companies afterward, and the story falls apart fast. They're not lying about the firings, they're lying about the reason. Here's the promise: the receipts on the ones who got caught. The new companies still making the same claim right now. The spreadsheet nobody puts on a slide. And who's actually at risk? Maybe you. The robot, it turns out, is mostly innocent. Start with the claims on record. No walkback yet. September 2025, Salesforce CEO Marc Benioff on the Logan Bartlett show. Quote, "I've reduced it from 9,000 heads to about 5,000 because I need less heads." June 2025, Amazon CEO Andy Jassy in a company-wide memo. "Fewer people doing some jobs, more doing others. Expect this to shrink our total workforce." April 2025, Microsoft's Satya Nadella at a fireside chat. 20 to 30% of our code is now AI written. Weeks later, Microsoft cut 6,000 jobs. Note the timing. Connect those dots yourself. Microsoft never actually said one caused the other. Claimed. Filed. No verdict yet. That's the point. Now the spreadsheet nobody puts on a slide. Challenger, Gray, and Christmas, the firm that's tracked layoffs for decades, says AI's share of cited layoffs climbed from 7% in January to 40% in May, sixfold in 4 months. That's not how fast a workforce retrains. That's how fast a talking point spreads. Year to date, it's 23%, and trackers wildly disagree, anywhere from 8% to 56%, depending who's counting and what counts as citing AI. When the stat itself is this squishy, that's the story. A February 2026 NBER paper surveyed almost 6,000 CEOs and CFOs across 4 countries. More than 9 in 10 said AI had zero measurable impact on employment at their own company. Over the past 3 years, zero. Brace for something duller than the robot. The scariest thing in the spreadsheet is how boring the real reasons still are. So why do they tell you it's AI? Because the market usually punishes the honest answer. CNBC's own analysis tracked 23 companies that blamed AI for layoffs. More than half are trading below that announcement price, down 25% on average. AI sounds like a bet on the future. We overhired sounds like a mistake. So what actually did the damage? Amazon, Meta, Alphabet, and Microsoft grew headcount anywhere from 50 to over 100% between 2019 and 22, then trimmed back a fraction of it. A 2022 tax rule made engineers twice as expensive to keep on the books, quietly fixed in 2025, and offshoring never stopped. US tech companies added roughly 33,000 jobs in India in 2025 alone, up 18%. We've already shown you 3 of these walkbacks in full. The bank that rehired 45 workers with back pay, the car maker that brought back 350 engineers, the chatbot that quietly reintroduced humans. Go watch that video if you haven't. Here's a new one. Duolingo cut 10% of its contractors back in 2024, then doubled down with an internal AI-first memo the following year. Backlash was instant. Months later, the CEO admitted, "I did not give enough context," and insisted no full-time employee was ever actually laid off. Not a layoff reversal, a messaging reversal. A survey of 1,000 US hiring managers found 59%, almost 6 in 10, admit they frame layoffs as AI-driven, when the real reason is something else entirely. Run your own job through this. If your early career in a field AI actually touches, Stanford's been tracking this since 2022. Employment for 22 to 25-year-olds in the most exposed jobs is down about 16% relative to everyone else, and the decline is accelerating, not leveling off. That part is real. Don't let the spin talk you out of it. Mid-career in a role AI replaces end-to-end, also real. Ask anyone one at Czech which lost 99% of its market value after students switched to ChatGPT, or the translators who've watched 28,000 jobs disappear to machine translation. But if your job is safe from AI and you're still nervous, that's not the robot, that's the correction cycle and the excuse culture around it. Know which one you're actually looking at. So here's the incentive, laid bare. Companies that blame AI mostly get punished for it in the market, and they do it anyway, because admitting we overhired is worse for a career than blaming a machine that can't sue you back. Gartner surveyed companies piloting AI. 80% had cut staff. Zero correlation between those cuts and any actual return. Quote, Gartner's own VP, workforce reductions may create budget room, but they do not create return. Even Sam Altman said it plainly at an AI summit this year. There's some AI washing where people are blaming AI for layoffs that they would otherwise do, and some real displacement too. He's right about both halves, punished by the market, unrewarded by their own data, and they keep doing it anyway. That's not strategy, that's habit. AI isn't taking the jobs, it's taking the blame. Every company in this video actually decided, with a human hand, who to let go. The robot just makes a better press release. This is the economics of X AI edition. Next, the same spreadsheet logic is coming for your wallet. Why every app you use is about to cost more. Subscribe so you're not the one still blaming the algorithm.